Hi, welcome. Thanks for joining me here on this beautiful deck in front of the ocean. We're doing a mat Pilates class today, Pilates inspired exercises. So just get started by taking a comfortable seat, sitting tall, chest lifted, taking a few breaths. And then go ahead and take your right arm out to the side, palms facing forward, little scoop in the belly to engage the core muscles, and feeling that expansion across the collarbones, across the front of the shoulder. Inhaling here, and as we exhale, cross that arm in front and bring it to the opposite knee. Little bit of rounding forward, maybe bring your chin down to your chest. And then as you inhale, sit up tall, bring that arm forward and out to the side. And again, exhale, cross midline, bring that hand to the opposite knee. Just allow yourself to come forward, listen to your own body. Sitting tall, arm out to the side, and we'll do that a couple more times. Follow your breath. Out to the side, and then let that hand come down into your lap. Roll the shoulders up and back. And just a reminder to always listen to your own body, listen to what feels right for you, modify as needed. And let's bring left arm out to the side. Again, just holding here for a couple breaths, sitting tall, expanding across the chest. On your next exhale, bring that arm across midline, touch the other knee, and round forward. Inhale, sit tall, open the arm. Follow the breath, exhale to cross. Come forward. Sitting tall to open. And then do two more, follow your breath. Open the arm, bring your arm down to your lap, and we can roll the shoulders again up and back. Keeping the shoulders relaxed down away from your ears. Bring your arms out to a T, this time with palms facing down. We'll start by bending our right elbow, and then twisting from the waist, twist to your right. We're going to do 3 pulses here. Pulse, 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 and then back to center. Keep your arms as they are. Again to the right, twist, pulse, 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 and center. Keep going like this to the right. Lead with your elbow. One more here. And center. Extend that arm out. We'll bend the other elbow. Twisting now to your left. Twist, 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 and center. And again, twist, 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 and center. 2 more. Last one here. Nice work. And arms out to the side. Bring your arms down. You can roll the shoulders again. Shake out the arms. And we'll go ahead and make our way to hands and knees. So we're going to have wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Little scoop in the belly to engage the core, stabilizing the trunk of the body. Our head is in line with our spine. And then slide your toes to touch and bring your knees a little bit wider. Just walk the knees out a little bit wider. So this class is a bit of a focus on our hip muscles. Keeping the toes down and touching, we're going to lift the right knee slightly off the mat. So this is our starting position. We're working on keeping our torso centered between our hands. And then lift that right leg out to the side, keeping the knee bent. Lower it down just so the toes touch, the knee stays hovering above the mat, and then lift again. And keep going like this, lifting and lowering that leg out to the side. We're working the right glute muscles at the same time, all the stabilizing muscles of the rest of the body, and we're breathing. A couple more here. Nice work. And then you can let that knee come down. Just shake out the arms, roll out the wrists in between sides. And then left knee is going to hover above the mat as we keep the toes down to start. Go ahead and lift that leg out to the side and lower. Toes come down. And lift and lower. Working on keeping the body between your hands. Lifting and lowering. We'll do 2 more. Nice work. And the knee can come down. And then bring your knees back under your hips. We'll do a puppy pose stretch here. So take a big step forward with your hands. Hands come forward. Let your head, chest fall toward the mat. It doesn't have to come all the way down, and you can always modify by stacking hands under your forehead. Have a couple breaths here. And then lifting up, come back to hands and knees, walk those hands back. Extend your right leg out behind you. So our hips are level, check in with your hips, toes pointing down. Bring that knee back down toward the mat, but just hover above the mat. And then leg out to the side, extend your leg out to the side. Bend your knee. Bring the knee back down to hover. We're going to go through this flow, extending straight out behind you. Knee comes down, out to the side, extend. Bend your knee, knee down, and keep going like this. Flowing through these moves. Strong leg. Let's go one more time through. Nice work. And you can bring that knee down. And again, any moves you want to do between sides, rolling out the wrists, swaying the hips, stretching out the back, and then we'll get ready to go over to the other side. Hands planted with fingers wide. Left leg straight out behind you, toes down, hips level. And then bring that knee down to hover. Lift your leg out to the side, extend the leg, and bend, and lower. Out behind you. Bring it down, lift to the side, extend, bend, and lower. And keep going. Let's do one more time through. Nice work. Awesome. We will now swing our feet forward into our boat pose. So let's have feet on the mat, hands under knees, lifting the chest, checking in that we have core engaged, bringing the belly button towards the spine, scooping those lower abs. From here, lower yourself down onto your forearms. Keep that chest lifted, collarbones wide. We're going to bring the soles of our feet to touch and let the knees fall out to the side. Keeping this positioning, lift the right leg, extend out to the side, bend your knee and lower. Lift the left leg, extend out to the side, bend your knee and lower. And keep going, alternating legs. Checking in that we have core engaged. Feeling that strength of the leg as we extend out to the side. And we'll do one more to each side. Nice work. And let's put our feet flat on the mat. Have a breath. We'll stay down here on our forearms. With the core engaged, lifting the feet. Heels together, toes apart. Pilates feet. So feet are active. Pull the heels towards your chest as knees come wide apart. And then extend the legs out away from you as the legs zip together. Pull the heels in, knees apart. Extend. And keep going. And breathe. Let's do one more. Nice work. And then you can bring those feet down. Go ahead and lift yourself up. Hands under knees, get back into position. Belly scooped, lifting the chest, leaning back slightly. We're going to do boat pose twist. So clasp your hands above your knees, extend the arms, release your index fingers. So your fingers are pointing. Twisting from the waist, twist to one side, point your fingers down. Lifting through center to inhale and exhale to the other side. And keep going side to side. Working those side of the waist muscles, obliques. And challenging ourselves to keep our legs still and keep our legs parallel to each other. Maybe leaning back just a little bit more. Keep it going. And one more to each side. Nice work. Come on up, have a breath. And then we're going to make our way down onto our back. I'm going to flip around here and reach your arms forward and then slide yourself down with control onto your back. Because it's a sunny day, I might grab some sunglasses. So just arriving here on your back, couple big breaths. And then let's put our hands behind our head. Interlace your fingers, just let your head rest into your hands, elbows wide. So again, tuning into that lower abdominal area, we're scooping in and up, feeling the engagement of the core muscles. From here, we're going to inhale and then exhale to curl yourself up and over. Pause here, looking down towards your legs, down towards your belly. We're going to reach our arms to the outside of our legs and using your hands around your thighs, maybe see if you can curl up just a notch more. And then bring the hands back behind the head, elbows wide, and lower your head down. We'll do that a couple more times. Start with your inhale. Exhale, upper body curls up, looking down towards your thighs. Reach your hands to the outside of your thighs. Give a little pull to lift yourself a bit more. Hands behind your head and lower. One more. Start with your inhale. Exhale, curl up. Reach, lift, hands behind and lower. And then have a couple big breaths. You can just keep your hands behind your head. We're going to do a variation on crisscross next. So we'll start again by curling upper body up, looking down towards the legs. Bring one knee in towards your chest. Twist towards that bent knee. Back to center, head down and foot down. Curling up again, other knee comes in towards your chest. Twist to that side. Back to center and head down and foot down. And we'll keep going like this, alternating sides. Head and knee lift, twist towards the lifted knee, center, head and foot down. And lift, and twist, and center, and lower. Keep going. Let's do one more to each side. Nice work. And lower down. Let's bring our arms out to a T, palms facing up. Walk your feet a little bit wider. Let's windshield wiper our knees, letting the knees sway side to side. And then knees back to center. Walk your feet back to hip width. Bring your hands back behind your head, and we're going to do crisscross this time. Scooping belly, lift both feet. Upper body curls up and over. One knee into the chest, other leg extends away from you. Twist towards the bent knee, and then we're going to switch sides. Other knee comes in and twist. And keep going side to side. Hands are light behind your head, elbows wide. We're not trying to touch our elbow to our knee. Oblique abdominals working here. Strong legs. Let's go 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. And center, and head down, and feet down. Slide your legs out on the mat. Arms overhead. Couple big breaths here. Full body stretch. And then arms alongside your body. Palms down. Slide your feet back in. Belly engaged. Lifting the feet. Flex your feet. Toes coming back towards you. Lower one heel down. Tap to the mat and lift all the way back up. Other leg lowers down, tap and lift, and keep going, alternating sides. So we're checking in that we're keeping the core muscles working here to stabilize. Checking in that the lower back is not excessively arching. One more to each side. And then you can pull your knees into your chest. Have a couple breaths, knees pulling in. Bring your hands under your knees and curl upper body up, bringing your forehead towards your knees. We're going to rock a few times lengthwise on our spine, and then maybe you'll rock all the way up to seated, or just make your way to seated when you're ready. From seated, we're going to come up into kneeling. So come up onto your knees. You can always bring a cushion under your knees or fold your mat over to put a little bit of extra cushioning there. And just start by hands on hips, bringing hips forward, opening those hip flexors, lifting the chest. Right leg comes out to the side. We're going to land on the sole of our foot, toes pointing forward. Fingertips behind your ears. We're doing a little side bend away from that extended leg. So little side bend and then lifting back up. We're going to add on to that. Side bend away from that extended leg. Pause. Arms reach overhead. Arms out to a T. Fingertips back behind ears and lift up. And again, side bend. Overhead reach, out to the side, fingertips and lift. Again, tip over and reach, fingertips and lift. We'll do one more like that. Nice work. Lifting up, stay here with your leg extended out to the side, arms come out to a T. Shoulders relaxed away from ears, palms facing down. So right leg is extended out. We're going to tip over to the left, land on your left hand. Pause here, lift that extended leg in the air, lower the leg, and then lift yourself all the way back up. And again, we're tipping over, landing on your hand, lift your leg, lower, lift yourself back up. And keep going. Come over and lift. Lift yourself up. Last one here. Nice work. Bring your arms down, bring your knee down. Shake out the arms, roll the shoulders. Left leg out to the side. Land on the sole of the foot. Fingertips behind ears. We're side bending away from that extended leg and come back up. And then adding on, little side bend, reach overhead, reach out to a T, fingertips behind ears, and come up. Side bend, overhead, and T, fingertips, and lift. Again, reach, reach, back, and lift. Last one here. Nice work. Keep your leg as it is. Bring your arms out to a T. We're tipping over, landing on our hand. Lift that leg in the air. Leg lowers, and we lift all the way up. Tipping over. Lift your leg. Lower. Lift your body. We'll do 2 more like that. Working the whole body here. Just doing our best. Nice work. Come on up. Bring that knee down and bring the arms down. Shake everything out. Roll the shoulders. Come back down into seated. Extend the legs. Start with a reach forward over the legs, and then we'll roll ourselves back down onto our back. Let the arms come overhead. Have a couple breaths. Arms at your side. Slide the feet in. We'll do a bridge variation here. So we're going to first check that we've got our shoulder blades tucked underneath us. And then we're going to walk the feet together. So the inside edge of our feet is touching, soles of the feet on the mat. And from here, just let your knees come a little bit wider apart. Pushing into feet, we're going to lift hips. We're going to lift hips up. Come into your bridge. See if you can keep that position with inside of the feet touching and knees apart, and then lower back down. A couple more like that. Lifting up. Pause and lower. Last one like this, lifting up. Pause and lower. And then keep your legs in this position. Reach both arms to the ceiling or the sky and turn your palms to face each other. Shoulders are plugged down onto your mat. We're going to lift and lower our hips again. Lifting up. A little more work for the stabilizing muscles. And come down. And 2 more. And then you can bring your arms down, and we'll walk our feet back to hip width. Bring the knees to the chest. Have a couple breaths. Maybe rock side to side. Feet come down. And go ahead and make your way onto one side. So we're going to be on our forearm. Both knees bent, bringing your knees a little bit forward. And then top hand, reach to the sky. Lifting and lowering our hips here. So go ahead and lift the hips off the mat and then lower. And keep going, lift and lower. Next time we lift the hips, let's keep them lifted. Lift and lower that top leg. Top leg, up and down. Whole legs lifting and lowering. We're going to add on to this. Next time you lift your leg, reach with your hand, touch your leg, and then arm lifts as the leg comes down. And keep going. Reach, touch your leg. Leg lowers as the arm lifts. Let's do 2 more. Nice work. And then you can lower those hips and support your head. We'll start with our both legs extended out away from us. Put a little bend in the bottom leg. Top leg is hovering in extension, and then top arm is going to reach forward. Palm is facing down. Bending your top knee, bring it towards your chest, and at the same time, bring that top elbow back. So elbow and knee are bent, and then extending the leg and extending the arm. Bending elbow and knee and extending. And keep going, working in opposition, arm and leg. Let's do last one here. Nice work. And then bring that elbow into the side of your body. Make a light fist and bring your fist down. Both knees are going to come forward again. We have feet touching. We're going to lift and lower the top knee, and at the same time lifting our hand up, keeping the elbow tucked in. So with feet touching, top knee lifts, hand lifts, and then knee comes down and hand comes down. And keep going like this. Externally rotating our hip and our shoulder. The trunk of the body is staying stable, so we're not rolling back. We're using those shoulder and hip muscles. Let's go 3 more. 2. Last one. Nice work. Extend the legs, and we'll do a hip flexor and quadricep stretch here. So bend that top knee, bring your foot behind you. And a couple options, you can either let the toes come down, stay right here. You could reach your top hand to your foot if that's available, or grab onto a pant leg. From here, you're going to let your top knee fall towards the bottom knee, opening up through the front of the hip and the front of the thigh. You could let your head come right down onto your bottom arm if it's not already there. And then just take a few deep breaths, bringing that shoulder back. When you're ready, go ahead and release this, and we'll make our way to our other side. Starting again on the forearm, both knees bent, knees coming forward. Top arm reaches to the ceiling, the sky. We're going to lift and lower hips to start, so lift those hips and lower, and keep going. And next time we lift our hips, let's keep them lifted. Lift and lower that top leg. You got it. Keep going. We're going to add on that arm coming down. Arm reaches to the leg as the leg lifts. Keep it going. Breathing. Couple more. Nice work. And then hips come down. Support your head. Both legs extend. Little bend in that bottom knee. Top leg is hovering, and top arm reaching forward with palm down. As the knee comes up towards the chest, we pull our elbow back, and then we extend and extend. And bend. Keep this going. Bending, extending. Last one here. Nice work. Bring your elbow into your side, make a light fist, fist comes down, bring both knees forward. Feet stay together as we lift our knee, we're lifting that hand up and lower. Keep the elbow tucked in, working hip and shoulder at the same time. Let's do 2 more. Knee down and hand down. And we'll go into our side stretch, so extend your legs, bending your knee. Either foot comes behind you or reach for your foot or your ankle. Let your head come down. Find a comfortable position where you can take a few deep breaths. When you're ready, release your foot. And let's come back up onto hands and knees. We're going to come into a forearm plank and do some dolphin dives where we lift and lower our hips. So coming down onto forearms, you can either have your hands flat on your mat or you can clasp your hands, step the toes back, lower your hips. Come into a plank. From here on your next inhale, we're lifting hips up, and then exhale to lower down. Keep this going. Strong body. We're just doing 2 more. And then you can let your hips come all the way down to the mat. Let your forehead come down to the mat. Arms overhead. And then slide your legs a little bit wider out towards the edges of your mat. And then slide your arms a little bit wider. So arms and legs in a V. We're going to do swim prep with wide arms and legs. So lifting head just slightly off the mat. Eyes are down on your mat. Opposite arm and leg are going to lift and lower. Other side, lift and lower. And keep going. Opposite arm and leg. Have a little pause each time you lift. Strong back of the body. Let's do 1 more each side. Nice work. And then you can slide your legs back to straight out behind you. Bring your palms under your shoulders, forehead down. We're going to lift and lower upper body 3 times with our breath. As you inhale, push into your hands, lift the upper body. And as you exhale, just lower back down. Just listen to your body as how high you want to go. Lift and lower. 1 more here. And then push yourself all the way up to hands and knees. We're starting our cool down. So we're going to start letting our breathing rate slow down a little bit here with some full breaths. Extend one leg out behind you, land on your toes. Push the heel away, stretching through the leg into the calf, into the bottom of the foot. Big breaths. And then change sides. Other leg out behind you. And bring that knee down. Come into a seated position. So find a comfortable seat. You can sit cross-legged or any other way. Sitting tall. Let's roll the shoulders up and back. We'll do a few side bends following our breath. So lifting one arm up, side bend over. Inhale to lift. Other arm comes up, exhale to bend. And then we're just going to follow our breath, side to side. Inhaling at center, exhaling to bend. The next time you come over to one side, let's just pause here for a couple breaths. Maybe bring that arm slightly forward, looking down towards the mat. Back to the side, lifting up. Let's go over to the other side. And you could bring that arm slightly forward, looking down. Coming back up. Bring both arms down. Roll the shoulders up and back. And then hands resting lightly in your lap, sitting tall. Let's just take a moment here and close our eyes. tuning into the breath. Taking a few full breaths, filling up the lungs right to the bottom. Letting all of the air come back out of the lungs. And we'll notice the rise and fall of our body following our breath. Shoulders relaxed. Start to open your eyes. And fingertips down to the mat. We'll finish with 3 breaths. Inhaling, arms up. And exhale, arms down. And again, inhale. Exhale. Last one here, big inhale. Let it all go. Thank you so much for joining me today. Comment below, let me know how you liked this workout. Subscribe to my channel. I hope to see you again. Thank you, thank you. Thank yourself.